Do you think that I'm ready for the end of the dollar? Are you prepared for the end of the dollar? Is this enough for the end of the dollar? Well, let's find out. You have before you my stack. This is my investment grade stack. It is everything including 1 ounce rounds, bank bars, 1 ounce bars, fractional gold, platinum, and also odd bullion coins. These were some older bullion coins they had in Europe. It's a 10 euro coin from 1997. So, is this enough for the end of the dollar? Well, let's see. How much silver or gold do I have in investment format? I'm excluding all my collectible silver. So collectible silver is something that I've showed on my channel before. It includes some of the toned, darkened, finished silver that is fine silver, but that does not have a weight indicator on the coin. For example, I have my animal silver coins, which I keep in this little box, and I separate with paper in between. These coins have a weight indicator. Typically, if they're rounds, they're indicated that they have 1 ounce, or if they are bullion coins, such as this koala here, you have the indication that it is 1 ounce silver. I don't know if there's focus. Yes, 1 ounce silver, and it has a face value. So now that's out of the way, how much do I have? Well, let's count. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 ounces of silver, 10 ounces of silver, 12, 14, 16 ounces of silver. Here I have 2, these are 2 ounce turtles, so this makes 20 ounces of silver. Then I have this makes 22 ounces of silver. Then I have 4 of these Swiss 1 ounce Helvetia rounds, which are, I have 4 of them. So I will have 26 ounces of silver. I have 10 koalas. They are stacked in groups of 5. So I will have 36 ounces of silver. I have these dragon bars. Let's see, these dragon bars. That makes 36. Now this makes 46. 46, let's remember 46. 46, then we go into my tubes. 46, I have another 20 ounce of rounds. This is a American silver bar, and I have 19 rounds in here, buffalo rounds. I've shown these on my channel. So 19, 20, 46, I have 66. That's a nice number. 66. Then I have 20 Philharmonics. I showed this yesterday, I think, or day before. 20 Philharmonics in 1 tube. 66, 80, 86 Fiji turtles. Let's see, Fiji turtles. 86, 106. That's interesting, 106. And then I've got 21 silver eagles, so 100 and so I have an older coin here, and then underneath I've got like newer coins. So 100 and 126. Wait, 106 plus 20, 126, and 100 and so 126, 127, and I have 26 here, so 150, 150, there are 25 in the larger Canadian tube. Oh God, my math is off. There's 153 ounces in coin and bar form, plus these two, which make, this is, I believe, a 25 gram coin, and this is a 50, so 75 grams. That makes roughly another 2 ounces. Let's just say another 2 ounces. So I have 155 ounces of silver, of investable silver. This is stuff that you can easily liquidate. And then I have some gold. So I have 155 ounces of silver. And then I have, I believe, how much is this? Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're not the same. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 5.805 of gold, which makes 8 times 5 is 40. So I have, and 8 times 8 is 64. So I have 56 grams of gold in this, in fractional gold. And these I can trade at the bank. And then I've got 2 sovereigns, and each sovereign is 7.3 grams of gold. So this is 14.6 plus 56 plus 56 grams, which make close to 70 grams of gold. And I have 1 ounce platinum. So why did I buy so much gold and silver over, I would say, the last year or so? I accelerated more gold buying over the course of the last few months. And I especially after gold made the correction and it dropped a bit, I started buying a bit more gold and I started buying more platinum when I saw that the prices, it was trading flat. One of the main reasons why I'm doing this is it's a bet. It's a bet that politicians will not be able to work with each other and they will create more uncertainty. I am betting that there will most likely be a contested election because Trump doesn't trust, and the Republicans don't trust the Democrats, and obviously they don't want to go out of power. They definitely don't want a full blue government, so they're going to contest. They've been preparing for it with the nomination of the Supreme Court. There was no reason for them to not do it unless they thought that they could contest with the Supreme Court. The second thing is, I think even if you have a full blue group, we might not see immediate stimulus, and governments are not going to do the right thing immediately. That's part of my bet, but also I'm betting that right before the elections, there is not going to be much of a chance of a stimulus. There's going to be almost zero chance of a stimulus, even though people need it. I don't care which camp you're on, but right now it's a horrible economic situation, and there is people are out of jobs. I have friends who are in the public, who are in hospitality, work in hotels, and so on. They're out of jobs. They have no business. People who work in tourism, they're out of business. People who work in the travel sector, they're out of business. So there is nothing going on for the travel industry, or that's about 10% of the economy. That's like a huge part of the economy that's not just functioning because of the current situation. And I really don't care which part you are on. They need help, right? It's tough on everybody, and everybody's in this together. That's the message. But politicians cannot agree on getting something expedited and compromising on basic things. You know, they all always have their agendas of which companies we bail out, who's their favorite, who's lobbying who. And honestly, it's just dumb. You're like, no, people are suffering. You're not doing your job. You guys are elected to do your job, but none of you are doing your job. So this is my bet that it will be people. My bet is that politicians are dysfunctional, and they will fuck things up going forward, and that is going to greatly affect the value of the dollar because stimulus will come. It will be too late and not big enough, and then they're going to have to do a second wave of stimulus, and then they're going to realize that, oh shit, we went too big and we didn't do it at the right place. So then we're going to do a third wave of stimulus and maybe get it right this time. By then, who knows what the world will look like by then. Maybe we'll have a vaccine, but like I said, it took 200 years from the to get rid of smallpox, which was air transmitted, okay? That was a respiratory disease droplets, same mode of transmission. It didn't kill people, smallpox didn't kill people all the time, but it left you scarred and looking pretty ugly for life. So it was not a great, cool disease to get. Similar to malaria, right? Malaria is zoonotic. You get it through mosquitoes. Doesn't kill you immediately, just like makes you suffer for the whole life. I've had family members that went to places and then for work and they got malaria. That's kind of yeah, it's with you forever. And yes, you have drugs that make it go into remission, but actually it's stored in your body forever. So yeah, so you will live with it. You won't die. In places where they have you can get reinfected with malaria. In places where they have continuous amounts of malaria, you can see a continuous impact on the economy because you have people having fevers, can't go to work. Physically, you become drained. You know, it affects the economy. Labor is a major part of the economy. So, do I think the dollar will burn and disappear? I'm not sure that's 100% true, but I do think that the dollar will have a lot of volatility coming forwards. And I would say one of the only things available now for you to protect yourself against volatility is this stuff. And there is no other option. If you go into the stock market now, don't go into the stock market now. It's not a burning fire pit. You put it in, it's like you just don't go in the stock market at the moment. Like, this is my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but when I look at all the companies in the stock market, right, none of them appear healthy, and none of them can give you guidance on what's going to happen next. And what you are understanding that going to the stock market, you are investing into businesses. For a business to do well, and for typically its stock to go up, it needs earnings. And there are just a lot of industries where earnings are completely zero. And if those industries' earnings are zero, it's going to have a knockdown effect on other people's incomes. And people will have less revenue. They will buy less things. You can say, oh, but Amazon. Yes, but Amazon requires people to buy stuff. If people start running out, going broke, they're not going to be able to buy things. You're not going to spend it on frivolous expenses. You know, and grocers, they're doing decently because people anyways need to have to buy food. So maybe you could have a bit of like what do you call it, food supplier play in the stock market. It's very high risk. But if you don't want to take any, what about the bond market? The bond market is distorted. The bonds are currently maintained at a extremely low level because of quantitative easing. All the governments want quantitative easing because they don't have any other choice right now. But if you are I would say an individual and you buy into the bond market and you buy bonds, either if you're buying European bonds, you're going to have negative returns. If you're buying US bonds, you're going to have very low returns. Possibly bond prices will rise. Like, when I mean bond prices will rise, I don't mean interest rates will rise. Bonds work inverse to the interest rate. So bond prices will go up. Most likely, but how much up and how volatile will the market be? It's hard to say. It's a very, very, I would say it's not a very, very it's not a very, very it's not a very peace of mind market. Like, investing in bonds right now does not give you peace of mind. Investing in bonds right now, you have a feeling that you're investing in something bad, but you have no other options, right? That's why I'm picking up bullion and gold and platinum, basic commodity pieces that is not directly linked to any specific government's currency. This is why I'm doing this. I love the design on a lot of these coins. I feel like when I buy physical metals, I have a tendency to less panic over the daily fluctuations of prices, and I can stick to my fundamental analysis of how it's going to go. And that's why I have these pieces. They're definitely like, I can tell you that physical pieces are are much harder to liquidate in large quantities compared to compared to paper. You know, if you buy paper gold or paper silver, it's very easy to liquidate. But I've been typically buying pieces that are like bullion pieces, which are very liquid, or bank accepted gold in fractional gold form, or bank accepted platinum. Banks will buy 1 ounce platinum. Even in this form, even though it's bullion, they will buy bullion coins. So that is my take on what's going to happen, and that is my preparation. My take is that politicians will not be able to work together. They'll create more uncertainty. It's going to affect the dollar, and it's going to affect all markets, including the mainly the stock market. It's going to drive the bond price initially up, so you're going to have even lower interest rates. You're going to have a much stronger dollar in the short term. But once you have governments come in and saying that they're going to do massive QE to push more money out of it, you're going to have all the governments are going to follow suit, and they're going to start doing QE. And that will lead, essentially, it's like almost like an indirect currency war. I don't know if you know what's a currency war. It's when currencies try to devalue themselves to increase their exports, right? And QE will have the same effect. That means that if the United States is QE and you're a trade partner with the United States, and you see that they're doing QE and their currency are going to devalue relative to yours, then you're like, oh shit, I still want to sell to the United States, so I better start doing QE and bring my currency to their level. Yeah, that might happen. So we'll have a global QE, and then what happens when you have global QE? Then you have a commodity prices rising, especially these type of safe haven commodities, not oil. Oil is very different. Oil is not, it's a purely like demand driven commodity. And this stuff, we don't have a lot of it on this planet. It's not as easy to extract as oil. Oil, you drill a hole, and then of course you have fracking, you have different technologies, but pretty much a lot of places you drill a hole and then money pops out of the ground. Very different from trying to refine silver and to refine platinum. Platinum is the hardest one to get into its purest form. And it's very, if you have a catalytic converter, I posted a video before of why platinum is good in terms of as an industrial metal to invest in, and as a basically a precious metal, is because it is very, very hard to extract and very, very hard to work with. So there is a lot of cost in creating, for example, just this coin. So that is my position. That's my position. My opinion is that I'm betting people are going to do dumb things from here on, and they have no clue about what they're doing. And honestly, I don't think many people have a clue about what they're going to do, and I don't think there's an answer. And I think that we are going to see more cases. We're going to see more volatility in the markets. We're going to see more downturns relative to people's jobs, and then we are going to see a rise in price of these things. I don't have a lot, but I think that we are going to the world that I did not want to go in, which is gold hitting somewhere above $5,000 an ounce and silver hitting close to $40-50 an ounce. And that would be I don't know, man. I don't want to live in such a world, but I'm prepared for it. That's all I'm saying. I'm prepared for it, but I don't want to live in that world. That's a pretty bad world. Anyways, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. Write a comment, because I reply to everything. Everybody, let's get a discussion going. Whether you want to talk about how like gold and silver is perceived in your culture, how gold and silver is used. Maybe you're from a country that still uses gold and silver. You still have silver coins. I don't know any country that still has silver coins in circulation. I do know in Switzerland there is more silver coins in circulation than other places I've been. We have fractional silver. A lot of people just use it as money. And I do know that a lot of you come from different places, and it's always good to know what are your perspectives on gold and silver, right? And what are your perspectives on also other precious metals such as platinum? I was thinking, I've been looking at buying other platinum-based metals such as rhodium, but I have a hard time finding rhodium, and I've been looking at the prices. I'm like, 1 ounce rhodium is like something like $20,000. I'm like, I don't know if I can find a sub 1 ounce coin. I would like to put like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 into rhodium, but a physical rhodium coin. But I think that's a pipe dream. I might get some palladium, but palladium is more common than it's really the same level as platinum. It's a small market. The price is right now driven by car sales. I think palladium's going to come down. Palladium most likely will come down because palladium's current price is maintained by the demand from automobile manufacturers, and we're going to see a drop in palladium simply because people are not going to buy so many cars because there's a recession. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. I hope you stay safe. I hope to my viewers who are in the United States, that you have a great election, good Halloween, and have fun during Halloween and see whatever the election is. Stay safe, keep stacking, stay in good health. Thank you very much for watching. Dave out.